Hello, I'm Deb Gemmel of Deb Gemmel Mods, and I had a recent comment on one of my patterns that the woman couldn't make any sense of how the short rows worked. Unfortunately, she didn't contact me because I would have walked her through it. But anyway, I thought I would address that. This is a system I came up with quite a number of years ago, and I have used it in every sweater pattern that has a drop at the front of the neck. So I am going to work. I thought I'd take this opportunity since I'm starting a new one. So I am going to do this contiguous drop shoulder pattern with color work this time. And that's a free pattern you can download. And I'm at this section of the neck. So this is the short row part where you're gonna drop the front of the neck. I didn't cast on for the neckband, which I normally do. I cast on underneath it because I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the neckband. So I thought I would just cast on and start the sweater. So this is a contiguous where you were increasing 2 stitches on either side of a stitch marker on both shoulders every round, right row. In this case, I'm doing short rows, so on the right side and the wrong side. But I wanted to explain the short rows. So once you've cast on, you are going to start the short rows right away. So I'm just going to pause for a moment and put my camera down so I can show you on my knitting. Hello, here we are. So here's my knitting. Once I have cast on, I would start here. I would be right here. And I would do my increases because this is a contiguous. Do my increases here, knit across, do my increases here, and then right away I would do an SSK and a knit one. These short rows work because I have added extra stitches to the front only. So in this case, according to my gauge and the instructions I give you, I have 22 extra stitches on the front and not on the back. So the front has 22 more stitches than the back of the neck does when I cast on. So when I do my first short row, I do the increases as indicated, and then I do an SSK, knit one, turn across the back. I purl back to here, and I do the increases because this is a contiguous. I do whatever I'm supposed to do at the marker, and then I purl 2 together, purl 1, turn. So that's a pretty, like, the turning part is the short row. So my rows only go to here as they move down. So right now I'm down to here, to here, to here, to here. Okay. The SSK knit one over here, you can think of it this way. The SSK takes away one of those extra stitches that I cast on the front. So it takes away one, and then the purl 2 together takes away another. Now the SSK knit one, the knit one moves it over 1 stitch, which is going to give you this 45-degree angle. So I cast on quite a few here because this is where the shoulder is on a contiguous there, and I need quite a big drop at the front. So I cast on quite a few extras on the front. And then I'm going to do the short rows back and forth, each time creeping down a little bit further and a little bit further down the front, adding all these extra rows on the back, which is how you drop the front actually, until the number of stitches I have here on the back equals the number of stitches I have here on the front. And I give you a way to do that in the pattern. So that's what I'm doing here. I cast on here, I cast on extra stitches on the front, and then I'm doing an SSK, knit 1 here, working my increases at the markers as written in the pattern, purl 2 together, purl 1 here. That's taking away the extra stitches, bumping it over 1 stitch every time. If you are a heel flap sock knitter, you will recognize this as the turning of the heel short row. It's more or less the same. So that's what I'm doing here. How many do you want to add? So I was adding enough to drop the front because this is a contiguous and this is my shoulder. So I want the front to drop to be comfortable here. Here's a crew neck. Here's a crew neck that I'm knitting now. There we go. Here's again, squiggly on the needles. Okay, here we are. So on this one, this is a raglan. So I cast on extra stitches on the front when I started, did my ribbing, and then I would go to here, do my increases, do my increases, do my increases, do my increases, SSK, knit 1, turn. Purl back to here, purl 2 together, purl 1. It's written out for you. I didn't do that many here because the raglan, this is my shoulder. So I already have a drop here. And then I just wanted a little drop. So there's my triangle right there. That's the triangle of my short rows. And then I knit right across when the front, the 2 fronts added together minus the button bands equals the same number of stitches down, where am I? Like down here on my needle at the back. The other way to think about it is that you're so if we only look at the fronts, you're increasing here, increasing here, decreasing, SSK, knit 1, decreasing, purl back, purl 2 together, purl 1, decreasing here. So on the fronts, you are actually not increasing any stitches. I know, sounds bizarre. And you are increasing across the back the whole time. So what you're actually doing is working these short rows until the back catches up with the stitches you cast on the front, which is how I look at it. But the other way to think about it is that you cast on extra stitches, and every time you do an SSK, you're taking away one of those stitches. Purl 2 together, taking away one of those extra stitches. So that's the explanation. What you want to do is do the short rows until the number of stitches you have on the front equals the number of stitches you have on your needle on the back. So that's where I am here. I have knit the short rows until when I count all the stitches around here between my markers on the front, it equals the same number of stitches on my needle on the back. And now I can start going round and round, working my increases, in this case for a contiguous, but you would do the same thing with the raglan. Okay, hold on a second. Here we are. Hi. So I hope that that's helpful. As you can see, this is a V-neck. So I added a whole bunch of extra stitches added to the ribbing. Like when I cast on here, I cast on a whole bunch of extra stitches on the front only. Extra stitches on the front. So it looks like a lot of stitches. And then what I did here was I do these short rows against the ribbing all the way down to here. And that's how you get a V-neck. It's as easy as that. The short rows are fairly straightforward, and you will recognize them if you're a sock knitter who does that heel turning. It's the same thing. This is the turning is here, back and forth, doing all your raglan increases until here, the front's number of stitches equals the back number of stitches between the markers. And that's how it works. So I hope that's helpful. Talk to you later.